Dr. Ryan Eller, and I am the MIST Student Services Coordinator at Cal State Monterey Bay, with MIST standing for our Instructional Science and Technology Master's Program. And this video series is really meant to help you get through the Cal State Apply process, really from start to finish, through the entirety of the application. For the first time in our program's history, we are offering a spring 2024 admissions cycle. And so for each of these videos, we'll go through the different quadrants of the Cal State Apply application, from selecting the program all the way through ultimately submitting the application. So with that being said, our program is focused really around a variety of fields: the instructional design fields, corporate training fields, education technology, training technology, and really human performance technologies, amongst other fields. And this has led our applicants to go on to work for a variety of different companies in kind of the private HR related fields, instructional design fields, K through 12 fields, and also in higher education. So that's just a small snippet as well in terms of the types of careers this program ultimately prepares students for. So let's say ultimately you do decide this is the right program for you. How do we get to the Cal State Apply application? Because naturally, we can't attend a program without applying for it. And really the easiest way to get there, in my opinion, is to just Google Cal State Apply, and the very first link will take you to Cal State Apply. Alternatively, you could put calstate.edu/apply into your browser window, or here on our website, csumb.edu/mist, I also have a button here that would allow you to go ahead and navigate directly to the Cal State Apply application. Now, before I show you selecting a program in Cal State Apply, I'll just notate that our program is one that really views the application as a collegial process. We're not looking to disqualify students because they're having a difficulty with an application system. We really want your application to shine through for who you are as a student. So with that being said, if you have questions about the application, you can always email us at mist@csumb.edu, or alternatively, you could use our OLARC chat box by hitting this chat with an advisor button, and that would directly connect you to me while I'm sitting at my desk. Okay, so with that being said, let's jump over to Cal State Apply. You've navigated there. How do we ultimately create this application? You can get there a few ways. Firstly, you could hit this apply button, which would ultimately take you down here, or you could scroll down to this drop-down menu and select the adequate term that you're applying for. Ultimately, we will have two application terms at kind of a given point in time. For now, we just have our spring application, but later in October, we'll also have a fall application cycle open. So given that our application window is open from August 1st through the end of October, you'll want to select the spring 2024 cycle, should that be the ultimate term that you would be applying for. You would hit that apply now button, and from there, we would go into really where you would log into your application. Now, for many of you, you probably don't have a Cal State Apply account unless you've attended a Cal State University in the past. If you've not attended a CSU in the past, you'd have to create an account. And I'll take a quick detour here to mention, in this account, it's really important that you select an email that is one that you constantly check, or at least adequately check throughout the week. And the reason being is the Cal State Apply application process is one that does kind of naturally lend itself to a lot of communication between the program and the applicant. And I would consider myself someone who really likes to make sure that the applicant can feel like they can be in a constant state of communication with us. So having access to an email where we can really reach you constantly is very important. And that way you're getting not only outreach from us, but you're getting outreach from our admissions office, so on and so forth, so that you are able to know where your application stands at any given point in time. So after you've created an account, you'll want to go in and naturally log in so that you can select a program to apply for. So I'll model what that looks like using kind of my fake student account here. So let me log in. And once you log in, what you'll see is if you selected a program, is you would see this application page. For most of you, you'll end up at this add program page. And if you don't default there, you can hit this add program button to get to where I am now. Now, the only issue here that you'll see is that this would show quite literally every single application available during the spring term for all CSU campuses, which is pretty tedious to try to sort through. So instead of manually scrolling down, what I would recommend doing is searching our campus. So since we are CSU Monterey Bay, you can go ahead and search Monterey Bay, and you'll see that only our programs are now shown in the Add Programs page. So all the programs that are open for a spring application. which the majority of which are primarily us. So with that being said, you'll see our 4 application choices, and I'll quickly kind of review them with you for a moment here so you can make the most informed decision about the program that would fit you best. Our certificate programs and our master programs have identical faculty. The only difference is in their delivery models. There's a fully online program, which, as it sounds, is a program that is completely offered online. You would attend your course orientations and course sessions via Zoom. For our blended program, this is a program that has some time on campus, and even then, admittedly, quite a small amount of time on campus with a few weekends for each semester of study that you would attend campus for. Okay. And otherwise, the curriculum is the same, and the certificate is really technology focused. It's really focused on the technology that we teach in this program. So if you're someone who's looking to just pick up some professional skills, the certificate might be a better choice than a full master's program. If you're someone who's looking to not only apply technology, but be able to use it in a variety of different contexts throughout the entirety of study, then the master's program might be a better fit as well. But that's ultimately a personal choice. So what I've done here is I've already selected a program, but let's say that you haven't selected a program yet. It's as simple as hitting the plus button next to which really any of the programs that you would ultimately want to select. In this case, I'm going to use the blended program as our sample program to work through in terms of our sample application. But do know that regardless if you are a certificate applicant or a full master's applicant, the applications are also identical. So there's no difference in terms of how you would complete this application, whether you're a certificate applicant, whether you're a master's applicant, whether you're a fully online applicant or a blended applicant. Okay. Now, after you've selected that, that will ultimately allow you to go back to the application page and see what's known as the 4 quadrants of the application. But before we end this video, I do want to notate one thing that becomes a common problem for applicants. I so often will get an email or a phone call saying, Ryan, I don't even see the applications. You've kind of shown off these different applications. I don't see them within my account when I go to add a program. And this is generally an issue with the account creation. And I've been through this myself, so I totally understand this is a very common problem. Generally, what you want to do if you're not seeing programs for a specific term is you want to go into what's known as your extended profile, which you can do by clicking on your name and then in this drop-down menu, selecting extended profile. From there, what you'll see is a couple of different options, and these are the things that end up creating the biggest issues. And this is this degree goal area of this extended profile. You want to make sure that you have selected the second bachelor's degree and beyond, with beyond standing for master's, teaching credential, certificate, or doctoral. And that will allow you to see all postgraduate degree offerings for the CSU system. Secondly, you do want to make sure that you've selected graduate as one of your degree goals or certificate as one of your degree goals, or both. If you're kind of on the fence between the certificate or master's program, you can go ahead and select both so you see all of those options available to you. So long as those are notated within your extended profile, you should have no issues seeing the application. So with that being said, our next video will go over the personal information quadrant, which is probably actually, interestingly enough, the one that's longest, even though a lot of your personal information has been carried over from the account you've already created. So if you're somebody who needs help on that section, that video will be available to you as well as all of the other quadrants within this YouTube video playlist. So I hope this is helpful for your application. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us, and take care.